According to Consumer Reports, only 3% of modern SUVs reach 200,000 miles without major repairs. But here's the secret. Japanese SUVs from 2010 onwards dominate that elite 3%, many cruising past 300,000 miles like it's nothing. While your neighbor's $75,000 luxury SUV is on its second transmission at year 3, a 2010 Japanese SUV is still running strong at 250,000 miles. Today, we're counting down 12 Japanese SUVs that treat reliability like a religion and prove one thing. Reliability isn't dead, it just speaks Japanese. Let's go. Number 12. Toyota Highlander, 2010 to 2024. The Toyota Highlander doesn't chase Instagram likes or try to be the coolest SUV on the block. Instead, it does something far more valuable. It shows up every single day. The 2010 to 2024 Highlander has become the default choice for families who need space, comfort, and zero drama. Under the hood, you'll find Toyota's legendary 3.5-liter V6 engine producing around 295 horsepower, smooth, refined, and virtually bulletproof. Want proof? Owners routinely report hitting 300,000 plus miles with nothing more than oil changes and the occasional brake job. The hybrid models, introduced in 2014, add fuel efficiency without sacrificing that trademark Toyota dependability, achieving around 35 miles per gallon combined in real-world driving. Inside, you get 3 rows of seating, enough cargo space for a small army's worth of groceries, and materials that age like fine wine instead of cheap plastic. The transmission, a smooth shifting 8-speed automatic, has proven just as reliable as the engine, with virtually no reported failures even at high mileage. Pricing for used models starts around $15,000 for a 2010, climbing to $35,000 to $45,000 for newer examples. Sure, the Highlander won't make your heart race or turn heads at stoplights, but when your neighbor's fancy German SUV is on its third transmission at 80,000 miles, you'll still be cruising past 250,000 miles wondering what all the fuss is about. And honestly, that's a flex money can't buy. But if you think the Highlander is impressive, wait until you see what's coming next. Number 11. Acura MDX, 2010 to 2024. Honda's luxury division knows a thing or two about building SUVs that refuse to quit, and the Acura MDX proves it brilliantly. From 2010 to 2024, this 3-row luxury hauler has been quietly embarrassing European rivals with reliability that borders on supernatural. At its heart sits Honda's silky smooth 3.5-liter or 3.7-liter V6 engine, delivering between 290 to 355 horsepower depending on the year, enough to make highway merging feel effortless. But here's where it gets interesting. While competitors are scheduling their third shop visit at 60,000 miles, MDX owners are blasting past 200,000 miles with smug grins and minimal maintenance bills. The all-wheel drive system, known as SHAWD, isn't just marketing fluff. It's a torque vectoring masterpiece that makes winter driving feel like a video game. The third generation, launched in 2014, refined the formula even further with improved fuel economy averaging 23 miles per gallon combined and tech that actually ages well. Inside, you'll find premium leather, real wood trim, and tech that actually works beyond the warranty period. The 9-speed automatic transmission in newer models has proven far more reliable than Honda's earlier attempts, with transmission longevity matching the bulletproof engine. Pricing is shockingly reasonable. $12,000 to $18,000 for a well-maintained 2010 to 2013 model, and $30,000 to $45,000 for recent examples with low miles. Consumer Reports consistently ranks the MDX among the most reliable luxury SUVs, and owner forums read like love letters instead of complaint boards. The MDX proves you don't have to sacrifice luxury for longevity. Honda just gave you both. Think that's impressive? The next entry makes luxury reliability look even better. Number 10. Subaru Outback, 2010 to 2024. Let's be honest, the Subaru Outback is the automotive equivalent of that reliable friend who always shows up with jumper cables and good advice. From 2010 onwards, this lifted wagon, SUV, has been conquering snow, mud, and neglectful owners with equal enthusiasm. The 2.5-liter or 3.6-liter boxer engines aren't the most powerful or refined, but they're tougher than a $2 steak owner owners regularly cruise past 250,000 miles, with some lunatics hitting 400,000 plus miles before even considering retirement. Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive comes standard, not as an expensive option, giving you confidence in conditions that leave other SUVs whimpering in driveways. The Outback's ground clearance of 8.7 inches and rugged build mean you can tackle trails that would make a Range Rover's warranty spontaneously combust inside. It's practical rather than posh. Durable fabrics, intuitive controls, and enough cargo space to swallow camping gear, dogs, and your questionable life choices. The EyeSight safety system, standard from 2015 onwards, adds modern driver assistance tech without the reliability headaches plaguing German competitors. Pricing starts around $8,000 to $12,000 for 2010 to 2012 models, climbing to $25,000 to $35,000 for newer generations. Sure, you'll burn a bit of oil in older models, Subaru's one quirk, but that's a small price for a vehicle that treats 300,000 miles like a warm-up lap. The Boxer engine's low center of gravity also gives the Outback surprisingly sharp handling for something that looks like it shops at REI. The Outback might not be fancy, but it'll still be running when flashier SUVs are decorating junkyards. And speaking of reliability that refuses to die, number 9, Honda Pilot, 2010 to 2024. Honda took everything they learned from building bulletproof Accords and scaled it up to family size, creating the Pilot, an SUV that treats 200,000 miles like a suggestion rather than a destination. The 2010 to 2024 Pilot runs Honda's proven 3.5-liter V6 engine, churning out 250 to 280 horsepower depending on the generation. It's smooth, responsive, and so reliable that mechanics joke about forgetting what Pilot engines look like inside. This isn't exaggeration. Owners routinely report 300,000 plus miles with nothing more than scheduled maintenance. The third row isn't a punishment chamber like some competitors. It's actually usable for humans, not just theoretical children. Honda's iVTEC technology ensures decent fuel economy without sacrificing performance, averaging around 22 miles per gallon combined, and the available all-wheel drive system handles snow and light off-roading without drama. Inside, you get Honda's trademark build quality, buttons that still click after a decade, materials that don't disintegrate, and tech interfaces that remain intuitive instead of infuriating. The 9-speed automatic transmission introduced in 2016 had early hiccups, but Honda's software updates resolved issues, and later models run flawlessly for hundreds of thousands of miles. Used Pilots start around $10,000 to $14,000 for 2010 to 2012 models, while newer generations command $28,000 to $40,000. The resale value stays strong because buyers recognize what others miss. This is Honda engineering at its finest. When your neighbor's Italian SUV is in the shop for its fourth electrical gremlin at 50,000 miles, you'll be confidently planning your 250,000-mile road trip. The Pilot proves boring reliability is actually the most exciting feature, but wait until you see what Mazda brought to the fight. Number 8. Mazda CX-5, 2012 to 2024. Mazda decided to build an SUV that drives like a sports car and lasts like a Toyota, and somehow they actually pulled it off. The CX-5, launched in 2012, became the brand's best seller for good reason. It combines zoom fun with Japanese reliability that borders on witchcraft. Under the hood, you'll find 2.0-liter, 2.5-liter, or turbocharged 2.5-liter Skyactiv engines, producing between 155 to 256 horsepower. These engines are engineering marvels, high compression ratios that deliver power and efficiency without the complexity that kills modern motors. Owners regularly hit 200,000 plus miles, with many reporting 250,000 to 300,000 miles, while maintaining that crisp, responsive driving feel. The CX-5's handling embarrasses supposedly sporty European crossovers while consuming less fuel and visiting mechanics far less frequently, achieving up to 28 miles per gallon combined in non-turbo models. Inside, Mazda punches above its weight class. Upscale materials, intuitive infotainment, and ergonomics that make sense instead of looking pretty in brochures. The 6-speed automatic transmission is one of the smoothest and most reliable in its class, with virtually no major failures reported across hundreds of thousands of units sold. Pricing starts around $10,000 to $14,000 for 2012 to 2015 models, climbing to $22,000 $30,000 to $35,000 for recent years with low mileage. Consumer Reports and J.D. Power consistently rank the CX-5 among the most reliable compact SUVs, and owner satisfaction scores read like fan mail. The CX-5 proves you don't have to choose between driving enjoyment and bulletproof dependability. Mazda just served both on a silver platter, and if Mazda can do this, imagine what Lexus brings. Number 7. Lexus RX, 2010 to 2024. The Lexus RX is what happens when Toyota builds an SUV wearing a tuxedo. Refined, whisper quiet, and so reliable it makes Swiss watches look inconsistent. From 2010 to 2024, the RX has been the default choice for buyers who want luxury without the therapy bills that come with German alternatives. Under that sculpted hood sits either a 3.5-liter V6 producing around 295 horsepower or a hybrid powertrain delivering similar output with superior fuel economy averaging 30 miles per gallon combined. Here's the magic. RX owners regularly cruise past 250,000 miles, while European luxury SUVs are measuring their lifespans in warranty periods. The hybrid models, in particular, are legendary. 300,000-plus mile examples aren't rare, they're expected, thanks to Toyota's proven battery technology that outlasts the competition by decades. Inside, you get Lexus's obsessive attention to detail, hand-stitched leather, real wood trim, and build quality that feels like it was assembled by perfectionists having a really good day. The ride is library quiet, the reliability is legendary, and the depreciation curve is gentle compared to competitors losing 50% value in 3 years. The Mark Levinson audio system, available on higher trims, maintains its premium sound quality long after German luxury brands' electronics start glitching. Pricing for used models starts around $15,000 to $20,000 for 2010 to 2012 examples, climbing to $35,000 to $50,000 plus for newer generations. Consumer Reports calls the RX one of the most reliable vehicles ever tested, and owner forums read like reliability testimonials instead of problem threads. The RX proves luxury and longevity aren't opposites. Lexus just fused them together. But if you want something more adventurous, number 6, Toyota RAV4, 2010 to 2024. The Toyota RAV4 is the automotive equivalent of that overachieving student who makes excellence look effortless. From 2010 onwards, this compact crossover has been dominating sales charts and reliability rankings with equal ruthlessness. Early models pack Toyota's bulletproof 2.5-liter four-cylinder, making around 179 horsepower, modest on paper, unstoppable in reality. Later generations added more power and refinement while maintaining that trademark Toyota immortality. Owners routinely report 250,000 to 300,000 miles with maintenance costs that barely register compared to competitors. The hybrid models, introduced in 2016, take efficiency to another level while adding zero complexity to the reliability equation. 200,000-plus mile hybrid RAV4s are everywhere, still running like new, achieving impressive 40 miles per gallon combined in real-world conditions. Inside, you get surprising space, intuitive controls, and materials that age gracefully instead of falling apart. The RAV4's all-wheel drive system is more capable than most buyers realize, handling snow, dirt roads, and light trails without breaking a sweat. The Adventure and TRD off-road trims, introduced in recent years, add genuine capability with features like multi-terrain select and improved ground clearance. Pricing starts around $8,000 to $12,000 for 2010 to 2012 models, climbing to $25,000 to $38,000 for recent years. Resale values stay absurdly strong because buyers recognize what dealers know. RAV4s don't die, they just accumulate miles. When flashier crossovers are calculating repair costs at 100,000 miles, RAV4 owners are planning their 300,000-mile celebration parties. The RAV4 proves boring reliability is the ultimate flex, but Honda has something to say about that. Number 5. Honda CR-V, 2010 to 2024. Honda looked at the compact crossover segment and said, let's build something that never breaks. And the CR-V was born. From 2010 to 2024, this unassuming SUV has been quietly embarrassing competitors with reliability that defies physics. Under the hood, you'll find Honda's legendary 2.4-liter or 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engines, producing between 185 95 to 190 horsepower. These motors are so dependable that mechanics joke about never seeing CR-V engines torn apart for repairs. Owners routinely sail past 250,000 miles, with 300,000-plus mile examples flooding used car lots, still running strong. The CR-V's secret? Honda engineering that prioritizes longevity over gimmicks. No overly complex turbos in early models, no problematic transmissions, no electrical nightmares, just solid, predictable performance that lasts. The real-time AWD system with intelligent control system provides confident handling in adverse conditions while maintaining excellent fuel economy of around 29 miles per gallon combined inside. You get Honda's practical genius, spacious cargo area with up to 75.8 cubic feet when seats fold flat, clever storage solutions, and controls that make sense to humans instead of engineers. The ride is comfortable, the handling is surprisingly engaging, and the fuel economy shames larger SUVs. Pricing starts around $9,000 to $13,000 for 2010 to 2012 models, climbing to $24,000 to $35,000 for recent years. Consumer Reports consistently ranks the CR-V among the most reliable vehicles, period, not just SUVs. Resale values stay strong because buyers recognize what statistics prove. CR-Vs treat 200,000 miles like a warm-up. When European rivals are counting repair bills, CR-V owners are counting savings. But wait until you see what Lexus luxury reliability looks like. Number 4. Lexus LX, 2010 to 2024. The Lexus LX is what happens when Toyota takes their legendary Land Cruiser, wraps it in Italian leather, and charges you for the privilege of owning automotive immortality. From 2010 onwards, this full-size luxury SUV has been proving that you can have three-row opulence and 300,000-mile durability in the same package. At its core sits Toyota's bomb-proof 5.7-liter V8 engine, pumping out 383 horsepower and enough torque to tow your neighbor's questionable life choices up a mountain. This isn't just any V8, it's the same engine that powers Land Cruisers through war zones and desert expeditions. Owners regularly hit 250,000 to 400,000 plus miles with maintenance costs that make German luxury SUV owners weep with envy. The 60 rides on a body-on-frame chassis, giving it genuine off-road capability that mall-crawling competitors can only dream about, with features like crawl control and multi-terrain select making difficult terrain feel like a paved highway. Inside, it's a rolling palace, hand-stitched leather, real wood trim, and build quality that feels like it was assembled by master craftsmen instead of robots. The adaptive suspension system smooths out rough roads while maintaining composure during spirited driving, and it actually continues working after 100,000 miles. Unlike air suspensions on European rivals, pricing reflects its status. $35,000 to $50,000 for 2010 to 2012 models, climbing to $70,000 to $90,000 plus for recent years. But here's the thing. While a Range Rover loses half its value and gains a full-time mechanic at 60,000 miles, the LX quietly appreciates in value while conquering 300,000 miles. The LX proves luxury and longevity aren't just compatible, they're inseparable when Lexus builds it. But if you want body-on-frame toughness without the luxury tax. Number 3. Toyota 4Runner, 2010 to 2024. The Toyota 4Runner is the SUV equivalent of that friend who never cancels plans and actually shows up when you need help moving. From 2010 to 2024, this body-on-frame beast has been the gold standard for reliability in the mid-size SUV segment. Under the hood sits Toyota's bulletproof 4.0-liter V6, producing 270 horsepower. Not spectacular on paper, but paired with a 5-speed or 6-speed automatic transmission that refuses to die. Owners routinely report 300,000 plus miles, with many hitting 400,000 to 500,000 miles before even considering replacement. The 4Runner's secret? Old-school engineering that prioritizes durability over tech gimmicks, body-on-frame construction, mechanical four-wheel drive systems, and minimal electronics mean fewer things to break. The truck-based platform gives it a 9.6-inch ground clearance and approach angles that shame crossovers pretending to be capable off-road. Inside, it's functional rather than fancy. Durable materials, simple controls, and enough cargo space with 89.7 cubic feet when seats fold down to swallow adventure gear and existential crises with equal ease. The 4D Pro and off-road trims add genuine capability with features like KDSS suspension and locking rear differential that shames crossovers pretending to be tough. Pricing starts around $18,000 to $25,000 for 2010 to 2013 models, climbing to $40,000 to $55,000 for recent years, and resale values stay absurdly strong because buyers recognize what the market proves. 4. Runners don't depreciate, they appreciate as competitors fall apart. When modern crossovers are calculating catastrophic failure rates at 100,000 miles, 4Runner owners are casually discussing their 350,000-mile weekend trips. The 4Runner proves that refusing to evolve sometimes means you've already perfected the formula. But if you want 4Runner toughness with Lexus luxury, number 2, Lexus GX 460, 2010 to 2024. The Lexus GX 460 is the automotive industry's best-kept secret, a body-on-frame luxury SUV that combines 300,000-mile reliability with off-road capability that would make a Jeep nervous. From 2010 to 2024, this understated beast has been quietly dominating reliability rankings while European rivals schedule therapy sessions. Under the hood sits Toyota's legendary 4.6-liter V8 engine, producing 301 horsepower and torque that feels like it could tow continents. This engine shares DNA with the Land Cruiser Prado, meaning it's engineered for abuse, neglect, and 400,000-plus mile lifespans. The GX rides on a truck chassis with a full-time four-wheel drive system that handles everything from snow-covered highways to desert dunes without complaint, achieving up to 8,500 pounds towing capacity when properly equipped. Inside, you get Lexus's obsessive luxury, Mark Levinson audio, semi-aniline leather, and build quality that makes German rivals look like they're assembled in garages. The third row actually fits humans. The ride is surprisingly refined for a truck-based SUV, and the cargo space swallows weekend adventures whole. The kinetic dynamic suspension system, KDSS, automatically adjusts suspension for better articulation off-road while maintaining comfortable on-road handling, and it actually works for hundreds of thousands of miles. Pricing starts around $20,000 to $28,000 for 2010 to 2013 models, climbing to $50,000 to $65,000 for recent years. But here's the magic. While a BMW X5 is calculating its third major repair at 80,000 miles, GX owners are casually cruising past 250,000 miles, wondering what depreciation feels like. The GX 460 proves you can have luxury, capability, and legendary reliability. Lexus just doesn't advertise it loudly, but even this masterpiece bows to one ultimate king. Number 1. Toyota Land Cruiser, 2010 to 2021. Here it is, the undisputed king of reliability, the SUV that makes engineers weep with admiration, the vehicle that treats 500,000 miles like a casual suggestion. The Toyota Land Cruiser from 2010 to 2021 isn't just the most reliable Japanese SUV, it's arguably the most reliable vehicle ever mass-produced, period. Under the hood sits Toyota's magnificent 5.7-liter V8, delivering 381 horsepower and torque that could probably tow the Earth off its axis. This isn't hyperbole. Land Cruisers serve in war zones, cross Saharan deserts, and survive conditions that would destroy lesser vehicles before breakfast owners routinely hit 300,000 to 500,000 plus miles, with documented cases exceeding 1 million miles on original engines and transmissions. The Land Cruiser's full-time four-wheel drive system, locking differentials, and crawl control make it more capable off-road than vehicles costing twice as much. The Multi-Terrain Select system provides optimized traction control for sand, mud, moguls, and rock surfaces, giving it genuine expedition-level capability. Inside, it's a luxury fortress, leather that ages beautifully, real wood trim, and build quality that feels hand-assembled by perfectionists. The hydraulic suspension system remains one of the most reliable adaptive systems ever created, maintaining ride quality even after 300,000 plus miles. Pricing reflects its legendary status. $35,000 to $50,000 for 2010 to 2013 models, climbing to $70,000 to $90,000 plus for final year examples. And they barely depreciate because buyers know what the world knows. Land Cruisers don't die. When apocalypse preppers choose their survival vehicle, they choose Land Cruisers. When UN peacekeepers need transportation, transportation, they choose Land Cruisers. When you want an SUV that outlives your mortgage, your kids' college careers, and probably you, there's only one answer. The Land Cruiser doesn't just crush the competition, it outlasts them by several lifetimes. There you have it. 12 Japanese SUVs that prove engineering excellence never goes out of style. While the industry chases subscriptions and planned obsolescence, these legends quietly rack up miles that destroy the competition. From the Highlander to the immortal Land Cruiser, each one was built to last generations, not just warranties. Thanks for watching. If these SUVs impressed you, check out our next video on luxury sedans that outlast everything modern automakers build. Until next time, remember, the best SUV isn't the newest. It's the one still running when everything else has rusted away.